Something is wrong with your body, you got a prescription, and now you're wondering if you're actually going to be okay. That moment, the one right before the first pill, is exactly what this video is for. Most people take antibiotics 4 or 5 times in their adult life and still don't know how they work, what to actually expect, or when to get worried. That's not a failing, it's a gap.
And it's a gap that causes real problems, including stopping early, panicking over normal side effects, and coming back sicker than before.
So here is what you need to know before dose 1. The first question almost everyone has is the one almost nobody asks out loud. Did I actually need this?
Sit with that for a second, because it's a fair question. Bacterial infections and viral infections feel almost identical when you're the one with a sore throat and a fever. Your doctor looked at your symptoms, pressed on your sinuses, maybe swabbed your throat, and made the best call they could with the information in the room. Here's what makes that hard. The CDC reported in September 2025 that 1 in 3 outpatient antibiotic prescriptions in the U.S. is unnecessary. That's 47 million prescriptions a year, not because doctors are careless, but because distinguishing a bacterial infection from a viral one based on symptoms alone is genuinely difficult.
If you left the office wondering whether you really needed this, that uncertainty is clinically legitimate. You're not wrong for wondering.
What that means for you right now is this. If your doctor gave you an antibiotic, they believe the evidence pointed to bacteria. And if bacteria are involved, how your antibiotic actually works is worth understanding.
Most of the antibiotics prescribed for common infections, including amoxicillin, amoxicillin clavulanate, and most cephalosporins, belong to a class called beta-lactams. Beta-lactams work by blocking a set of enzymes called penicillin-binding proteins, or PBPs. Think of PBPs as the construction crew that builds and maintains the outer wall of a bacterial cell. Without that wall, the bacterium can't hold itself together under its own internal pressure. It ruptures. The infection starts losing. This is what's supposed to happen in the first 12 to 24 hours. The drug is doing its job. You can't feel that. And for a lot of people, the first 24 hours don't feel better at all. They feel roughly the same or occasionally worse. That's not the drug failing. That's your immune system still running the response it started before the drug arrived, and it takes time for that response to wind down even after the bacteria start dying. The timeline that matters. Most people begin to notice real improvement between 48 and 72 hours after starting the right antibiotic. Not 10 minutes, not the same evening, 48 to 72 hours. If you've hit that window and nothing has shifted, or if you're getting significantly worse before that point, that's when you call your doctor.
Not to ask if you should stop, to ask if this is the right antibiotic for what you have. Now here's the part that trips up almost everyone. Day 3 arrives. You feel noticeably better. Your throat doesn't hurt the way it did.
Your energy is coming back. And the thought appears, I probably don't need to finish these. That thought is the most consequential moment in your entire course of antibiotics. When antibiotics start working, the bacteria causing the infection begin dying quickly. The sickest, most vulnerable bacteria go first. What remains after day 2 or 3 are the hardier ones, the survivors, the bacteria, that have some natural capacity to resist the drug.
If you stop now, those survivors don't die. They multiply. And they pass on whatever made them harder to kill.
A 2025 CDC stewardship report confirmed this is still one of the most common drivers of antibiotic resistance. Patients who stop early because they feel better and assume better means done. Feeling better means the drug is working. It doesn't mean the work is finished. This is not about global antibiotic resistance as an abstract concern. It's about your next infection, your next course. Finish the course. Something else is happening alongside all of this that often gets mistaken for a drug reaction. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria. Most of them are not your enemy. The antibiotic you're taking cannot read a badge. It kills bacteria. When it reaches your gut, it disrupts the beneficial community living there, along with the pathogen it's targeting. The result is diarrhea, bloating, nausea, cramping, and in some cases a yeast infection, because the organisms that keep yeast in check get cleared along with everything else. This is not an allergic reaction. This is the drug doing exactly what it does, in a place you didn't expect. Research published in Frontiers in Cellular and Infection Microbiology confirms that gut microbiome diversity typically takes 4 to 6 weeks to recover after a standard antibiotic course. Taking your antibiotic with food helps blunt some of that GI disruption.
A probiotic containing Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG or Saccharomyces boulardii taken 2 hours away from your antibiotic dose has shown genuine benefit in reducing diarrhea.
People describe the diarrhea at its worst as feeling like you're reacting to the drug, like something is seriously wrong. An allergic reaction looks different. Hives, facial swelling, throat tightening, difficulty breathing, a rash that spreads rapidly.
If any of those appear, stop the antibiotic and seek care immediately.
There's one exception to watch for. Diarrhea that is severe, watery, contains blood, or develops after you've already finished the course could be a sign of a C. diff infection. Normal antibiotic diarrhea is mild to moderate and passes. Diarrhea that is explosive, persistent, or accompanied by fever is worth a call to your doctor the same day.
Day 1 and 2. Expect little to no change in how you feel. The drug is working. Your immune system hasn't gotten the memo yet.
Day 2 to 3. You should start to notice something shifting. Less pain. Reduced fever if you had one. Slightly more energy. This is the confirmation the antibiotic matched your infection. Day 3 to the end of the course. You may feel almost normal. Take every remaining dose. The bacteria that survived to this point are the ones you most need to finish off.
At any point, if you develop hives, throat swelling, or difficulty breathing, stop and seek emergency care. If diarrhea is severe or bloody, call your doctor. Now you have the picture. The next 7 days have a shape. Trust the timeline. Watch for the actual warning signs. Finish what was started. If this answered the question you had before your first dose, share this with whoever else has a prescription sitting on their counter right now.